Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Betting the Diagonal. I'm your host tonight, Morgan, here with Billy, here with Greg. He's come for 2 episodes in a row. Can you believe it, folks? This is a miracle. It's like Christmas in March, and no, it's not because it's March Madness. Greggy, it's nice to have you.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. It's exhilarating. March is exhilarating. I'm just there's not enough words. I'm happy to be here, happy to talk about it.
We thought we were gonna miss you again tonight.
That's what
Me
I
and
was gonna say.
No, not at
We
all. You
you say
guys
you're happy to be
usually
here, but we got a scare there where you weren't going to show up again.
no, it's because you guys either one of you usually like send a call out. I had my iPad sitting right next to me.
We did send a call. That's the reason I jumped in the first place. Was the
Oh.
Skype alert came off that the call was started.
I didn't even see it or hear it.
Ooh.
So that's a
well.
technological issue.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
I think it's maybe a user issue, maybe not
I-
technological.
That's what I'm thinking because
I think there must be an EMP going on around my
I
area.
think
I mean, it has
I
nothing
must
to
have
do
been a
with that
lot of
Wi-Fi.
technical issues because I don't think you played a card today either.
I didn't. I was working,
Oof.
so very busy, making money in other ways. But it's always nice to take a day off. I would have had a good day. I would have had a good day.
Yeah.
I
Well, there's
really
no
wish
proof of that.
I really wish I would have taken a day off today. I was going to, and I was just sitting at home watching TV. I was like, I can't just take the day off because I know Greg's not going to put a card up on a measly Tuesday for no reason. Who knows? Maybe Morgan might take the day off. You know, he hasn't been very hot lately, so maybe I just got to support. I got to go for the group. You know.
Morgan was indulging in libations this weekend, so was not able to make a coherent play. Thus, did not want to share what he was had going on. Greg, speaking of money, word on the block is you had a nice little winner this weekend.
Yeah. Wait, which one are we talking about?
Oh, look at this guy! Look
Which
at this guy! Which one?
Which one are we talking about? On what's today? Tuesday. Yesterday.
No wonder he doesn't not getting the show. He doesn't know what day it is.
Yeah. I mean, they're all the same, man. They're all the same. But yesterday, yeah, I indulged in a little PLO, and I was just having the time of my life there. Everything was falling into my lap. Made a bit of money there. Parlayed that into like 2 nice soccer wins, and then there was another game, West Ham United. It was just, it was calling my name to take West Ham United for the game, the first half, -1.5 for everything that I owned in that account. And it all happened. And
It
what
all
do
worked
I
out.
and it worked out. And what do? I bless my fellow mates, and we all reap the benefits of a good day.
Yes, you did, and I appreciate that. But I just so happened to blow all that money
But
already.
it's gone.
But it's all gone because I've had a terrible couple days. But that's all right. Not worried. We'll be back. There's plenty of money in the account. I was doing very well last week, so
Yeah, I actually need that back.
you can't have it back. I'm sorry. Greg, by the way, you need to sign up for the bracket.
I do.
Yeah. And your brother does as well. So tell him to do it. He said he'd do it, and he's a big fat liar since he got that brand new shiny Tesla.
Yeah, he's changed.
Yeah, he's a changed man.
Ever since he got that Tesla, he changed, and
Sure.
he's a disappointment to the family now.
I,
Damn liberals.
I bet you he doesn't even gamble anymore.
He doesn't.
Unbelievable.
It's
He
crazy.
doesn't.
No.
But what do you think, boys? We're deep into March right now. I know we put some games today with some March Madness action, little conference tourney action. What are we thinking so far?
I love conference tourneys.
I'm loving it.
You know what I loved the other night was the Memphis-Houston game. I was obsessed with it. I've been waiting for that game because Memphis needs that win, and they almost had it. That was March to a T. You don't get more March than that game. a wild missed three that has a weird bounce off the backboard, then the rim, then off like three hands, lands perfectly into Booby Ellis's hand for a three to tie the game. For a team who's got no business being in the game, really.
Mm-hmm.
But then next thing you know, they take 1.4 seconds, a half court bounce pass that splits two defenders, shoots a half court three to win the game for Houston. That's March Madness, baby. This is March. We're here. We're in the thick of it.
That was wild. I remember the first I saw that was when you posted the clip up, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh yeah.
I missed a good one. I was instantly kicking myself. Just got to stop drinking, apparently, so I can see these things. You know? Maybe I need to take a look in the mirror at myself when I have those extra 3 shots of Jaeger sitting there next to me.
Okay.
I got a case of High Noons. I've got a friggin' giant-ass bottle of $10 vodka that I'm just pounding.
It's all right, man. I got the bottle of bourbon right below me. In case things get weird and you start going off the rails.
I need to stick with water this evening. Yeah. There has not been much nourishment in terms of water the past few days, so might need to get some Gatorade to replenish some electrolytes while I'm at it too.
Feel that.
I bet you do, man. Yeah, that Houston Memphis game, like that was like the precursor to everything that's gonna happen for the next almost month. You know, we get that on Sunday. And then I don't know if you guys were up for this game last night, but I was just laying.
Mm-hmm. The Pepperdine game?
BYU game last night. The Pepperdine BYU game was wild.
Bananas.
It was absolutely insane. I had a great time watching it. Actually, I had Pepperdine +8 in that game, and I got a little scared at the end, but, you know, it was just such a fun game to watch. And, you know, parlay that into today with the Oral Roberts game where each team had like mirror image halves up 25 at halftime. They blow a 25-point lead. And what other game was fucking crazy today? Notre Dame game I mentioned earlier. I know nobody probably watched that game, but if you did, I hope you wore your worst shirt because that was a sweat.
Are you saying that's your worst shirt?
That probably. Wait, are you wearing a Mount St. Mary's shirt
I'm
today?
wearing a
Oh, bro,
Mount St.
fucking
Mary's,
kill you.
baby. Let's
Oh,
go,
no.
Brian.
You are a
Sorry for
scumbag.
Brian Betters.
Scumbag. Straight scumbag. You know what? I liked it when he wasn't here last Monday.
Me too. You guys nerve, bro. After I just told you what happened with I don't even want to mention their name. The Bryant Bulldogs. They look like fucking chihuahuas today, shooting 12%. One guy scores 38 points. The rest of the team shoots 12%. What kind of nonsense is that?
I didn't even realize what I was wearing, and we did go over this in the beginning. This is not the same St. Mary's.
I don't
Doesn't
believe
matter. It doesn't matter.
Regardless,
Doesn't
I
matter.
represent conference winners.
Well, your futures bet for Maction isn't a conference winner, so I guess you don't.
Hey,
Speaking
of
conference futures, I got a couple more.
Yeah, let's talk these futures real quick before we get into some picks and everything. Let's talk some conference futures. Billy, you want to lead us off?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I want to just congratulate myself, give my pat on the back about the UConn. It's now the overwhelming favorite in that conference at +175. I told you at +300. So just if you did, I hope you grab a little chocolate sprinkle on that bad boy. I love it. Get it. If you didn't get it, you should probably get it now. There's still some value at plus money before the tournament starts. Once the tournament starts, they're going to be the actual favorite. For the Big 12, I got a little bit of a value play. I don't know how much I love it, but I want to play it, and I'm going to play it. OK State, +800. I'm kind of hoping that Baylor just lays down a game and just doesn't show up, because if that happens, I think OK State might have a very good chance of winning that conference tournament. But Baylor, by the way, looked fucking phenomenal. Macy O.T. going 11 for 12 from 3 the other night.
I think they're back now from that little COVID break.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I very much think that Baylor is the #1 team in the country.
Mm-hmm. I do so as well. The AAC. I just talked about this. I don't hate Memphis at plus 500. You know, although they can't hit a free throw to save their fucking lives, they should have won that game by 20. The amount of free throws they missed, but here they are. I just think it's good value. I think that they're going to take down Houston this time. They have their number, it seems, and they need to win. Like the teams I'm picking, they need to win. They're like on the bubble. They're last four out. They need to get in. They need a couple wins, and I think that if they beat Houston, they get in, and then whoever else they play in the championship, that's easy money for them to beat. And my favorite conference, Mountain West, I have two plays. First, we're going with a little bit of value. Nevada plus 1,500. Team is smoking hot. They're smoking hot. They have value. I like that. I'm going to put that in after the show. And the team who I had last year, and I'm going to have again this year to win the Mountain West, is Utah State plus 275. They have unfinished business from last year. That team had Sweet 16 written all over it. They're out for blood. They've been in a couple close games. This is tournament time. They're a senior heavy team. Give me Utah State plus 275 as the favorite to win that. What do you guys have anything for me?
Yeah. So we're on Mountain West action. I have Nevada as well. I have two in the Mountain West as well. However, Nevada, I have plus 2,500 on Nevada instead of 1,500. So I like that a little bit better. I'm not on Utah State. I'm on Boise State at plus 400. That was my other play for the Mountain West. San Diego State's not winning that conference. Not a shot. There's too much. There's too much parity, and the teams are just too evenly matched throughout the entire thing. I love that Nevada play, though. I think there is a very strong chance they could take it. I was saying earlier and everything for. I have a big deep play that's not a play for Duke to win the
Get out of my
ACC.
face.
I have to, but I don't. My true play for ACC is going to be Georgia Tech plus 1,000. Georgia Tech's starting to peak at the right time. It's kind of like baseball, kind of like football. You get hot right before the postseason. Georgia Tech needs to kind of win this tournament to get into the oh my gosh, the holy March Madness. Oh my goodness, I just went blank completely all of a sudden. I think I just had a stroke right there. I love Georgia Tech to win out this one for sure. And then little action. My favorite conference that there is. My school, I've rode with them since day one of Betting the Diagonal podcast. They were the first team I said when we had what are our mid-major teams, the Toledo Rockets. Not a ton of value in plus 175, but it is plus money still at the end of the day.
Greggy, what do you got?
Greg's against on this one, but
yeah, I guess I'll start with my Maction future that I have. A team who is, I would say, a better team.
Ooh, how dare you!
You get better value on them would be Buffalo. Not saying that they're a better cover team, because we know good teams win, great teams cover. But when it comes down to value and who I think will win the tournament, I'm going to take Buffalo at a plus 210. There are many teams in the MAC that could score 80, 90 points on any given day. But I think Buffalo is probably the most consistent team to do so. And Toledo has been known to give up a bunch of points as well on many occasions. So I don't see anybody really containing Buffalo. And it's just, we'll probably see Buffalo Toledo in the championship match.
Yep.
Unless
if that
Ball
does
State
happen,
doesn't make noise or some shit.
I will be taking Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo, I'll rebound them 20-1. Mm-hmm. They're the best rebounding team in the country. Top 10 skills.
They're I forget his name right now, but their point guard is a better rebounder than probably anybody on Toledo.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, it is a bold statement, but I was watching a game where Buffalo's point guard had a triple double, and he had like 15 rebounds. It was out of control. Next future I have, I found a few I liked within the past couple minutes. For the Big Ten, I'm a fan of Ohio State at plus 650 for the fact that They've beaten some of the top tier teams. They are a top team, and if I'm getting them at plus 650. They've beaten the likes of Iowa. They didn't beat Michigan, so I'm hoping that Michigan just so happens to get knocked out before then. Because if they play each other in a championship, I'm gonna lose. That's how I
Eli
feel about
Brooks
it.
is out, most
Right.
likely for the whole tournament. I don't see why they'd rush him back, especially since they're already locked in as one seed no matter what.
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys can you picture Eli Brooks?
Mhm.
Does he not look like a young Stephen A. Smith?
It's a stretch, but yeah, I see it.
A little bit.
Hold on, I got to pull up a picture just to.
While you pull up that picture, I pulled up the Buffalo and Toledo statistics. So Buffalo's guard is Javon Graves, averages 6 rebounds a night. You're actually not terribly far off. The leading rebounder for Toledo averages 6.9 boards per night.
That's because they don't miss.
Yeah, that's right. That's why they're 20-7, and Buffalo's 14-7.
And I'm sorry, how many rebounds did he get per game?
What, point guard?
Yeah.
6.
6? Yeah, I just sent that picture in the group chat. Take a look.
Oh, he used the group chat, but couldn't use the group chat to find out what time we were recording, huh?
I actually think this picture makes it look a little bit worse. I think you hurt your case with this picture, to be honest.
It's so funny. I watch him during these games, and I'm like, what the hell, Stephen A. Smith on the court? Is this his kid? All right, but anyway, I had backtracking. I had 2 more picks for conference winners. So yeah, I had Ohio State plus 650, Buffalo plus 210 for the MAC. Big 12. I like USC. I feel like they're just
Big 12. You like the USC?
Pac-12?
Big 12, Pac-12. Excuse me. Thank you for the correction. The Pac-12. I like USC.
Guy. And too much moonshine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think the only team that's favored more than them, that's a bigger favorite than them, is Oregon.
But is it March? Is it March
175?
Is it really March without the Ducks flying home?
I don't know. I don't really see
Fair
Oregon
question.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really see Oregon winning that tournament. I really don't.
Always find a way into the big dance. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably be their own. It might not be their only way. Are they in? They're in right now, right?
Oregon USC should get in. I think Oregon should get in.
Yeah, I think Oregon's in right now.
Yeah, they might both be in.
Right. So I just think USC is the better team on most days, and yeah, that's just a nice little play. I have a sleeper in the Big East because I feel like that conference is so wide open. I know you're heavy UConn right now, and not to say I don't like that pick. It's just the plus 150, plus 175, whatever it is right now. Like that just doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't scream at me. So I'm looking at St. John's plus 1,200.
I don't hate that.
And that's just because, like I said, this conference is so wide open. And, just say UConn gets knocked out in the second or third round by Seton Hall or Xavier.
Seton Hall's going to lose to St. John's tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. They play tomorrow. That is right.
Either tomorrow or Thursday. I forgot which day it is, but Seton Hall loses to St. John's tomorrow.
100%. 99% because there's no guarantees.
Expect yourself, Greg.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, but I like that. I like the play and I like the number at plus 1,200.
I love that Johnny's team.
Yeah, so do I. They could shoot with the best of them.
Yep. But you do need to have UConn knocked out because UConn blows the doors off.
Correct.
Is that it? Is that all you got?
Yeah, that's what I got.
I have it pulled up here. Oregon currently is slated as a 6th seed in Gonzaga's region.
In USC, what would they be, like an 11?
USC would be.
So excited to talk brackets. Are we doing a special episode on Sunday?
USC would. We should be. USC would be a 6th seed as well in Region 3.
Oh, okay.
That would be Illinois' region currently.
Because if you look at that region, There's a lot of basketball talk in that region.
Which one? I'm sorry, region. It's region 4.
In the Gonzaga region.
Gonzaga region.
We got all
Gonzaga.
Thursday night and Sunday.
I know.
As of right now,
I was just staring at it before. It's absurd, dude.
As of right now, Zaga and Florida State could meet each other in the Sweet 16.
Ready, Greg? I'm going to give you all the top teams in this. Right now, it's Gonzaga, Florida State, Purdue, Michigan State, Kansas, San Diego State, Ohio State, and Louisville all in one bracket.
It's a great bracket.
Yeah.
Florida State's dead to me, though.
Yeah. Baylor's got fucking UConn to get through.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Toledo's in that division. You don't mess with my Toledo.
All right, let's move on. You guys want to go right into college basketball?
Yes,
since we're already on the topic?
We can start college, yeah.
All right. Greggy, kick us off. You're on a roll. You're on a roll.
All right.
Give us some good juju, because that money you gifted me was definitely not good juju.
Well, I'm sorry. It's in the hands of somebody else, and I can't control that shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm gonna start out. I'm gonna go Duke -2 over Louisville. Not because I love it. I don't even really like it that much. I'm saying it out loud because I'm gonna take it, and not saying I'm gonna recommend it for everybody. But I just think Duke is gonna try to make the biggest statement they possibly can to guarantee themselves to get into the tournament somehow, some way. No real statistical backing behind it. I think they do what they need to do, and that's it. Next pick I have is UNLV Air Force under 127.5. It's a really low number, 127.5. Like, I feel if I'm looking at that with 90% of games, I'm taking the over every time. But with these two teams, it kind of stands out to me where I would take the under at around 125 or higher, for the fact that they played 2 games earlier in the season. It hit 130 both games, but neither team lights up the scoreboard at all. And the last 3 games Air Force has played, they haven't scored more than 56, and they scored 45 and 49 in 2 of those 3. And UNLV hasn't scored more than 68 in their last 4 games, 69 in their last 5. So, you take the top scores in both of those games. You take the highest score for each of the team's last 5 games, and it still doesn't add up to 127. So that's just my statistical backing behind it, and I think the trend continues for both because Air Force literally just cannot score. They can't. There's a cover over the basket for them.
They stink.
Yeah. So that's where my pick lies in that game. Next, I'm going to stay out in the Mountain West with Fresno State -8.5 over New Mexico State. New Mexico State stinks, and Fresno's kind of on this, I wouldn't call it a tear, but they're just playing really good basketball to where they're keeping up with the top teams in the conference when there's such parity in that conference. The top of the top, and then the bottom is just god awful. Like, they should just create another conference for that conference. So Fresno State's, they've kept up with the likes of Boise. They beat Boise, they beat UNLV, and they were up the majority of the game against Utah State, all within the past week and a half. They played San Diego State tough twice, ended up losing towards the end of the game, but they play teams tough in this conference, and New Mexico State does not. I just look at 8.5, and it looks just like a no-brainer to me.
Yeah.
So Fresno State -8.5 is already locked in for tomorrow, and let's go Bulldogs.
I hate the Bulldogs. All Bulldogs I officially hate. I have a hot take.
Okay.
What they should do with the Mountain West is get rid of the bottom 4 teams and add in BYU, Gonzaga, and Pepperdine into that conference.
Yes.
And then just make a garbage, like, fucking low major
Exactly. Throw
conference.
St.
West Coast
Mary's.
Conference.
Throw St. Mary's to make it an even 4-for-4 swap.
Yeah, that's fair.
We don't talk about St. Mary's on this podcast.
Oh, well, yeah,
Well,
that's your fault.
The Gales are just a bad team this year.
Yeah, but the Gales would actually fit that conference very well. They kind of play the same kind of defense first.
Their bigs are so bad.
They're terrible.
So bad. So bad. Like the slowest moving people that I've ever seen. Like they have cement shoes. It was amazing watching that
Makes
game.
you appreciate the tallest team in the country like Utah State when you see them play. 5 kids above 6'11", all fast, all can pass. Gotta love it. Don't forget to sprinkle a little plus 275. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll go next, I guess.
I got one more pick here. I got one more
Okay.
pick real quick. For the fans. I don't know why I have this here.
This is going to piss me off. I can already tell.
But I do. No,
is this the pick that you were cackling about earlier?
Yeah.
This
Yes,
is going to
was.
annoy me.
I don't know if it will, but what I'm going to tell the people, like I said before, in tight games, you hope you wear your worst shirt because it's going to be a sweaty one. And I'm going to take Mississippi Valley State. Getting 25
You are
points.
a psycho.
Getting 25 points
What's you?
versus Prairie View. This is a top versus bottom seed in that conference. And they played 2 games this season. Prairie View won both. One of them they won by 30. One of them they won by 20. I got the line at 25.5. So average that out. It's going to be 25. So
all right.
wear your worst shirt.
Yeah, I'm putting Prairie View on my card right now.
Now, no. That's fine. He can talk all he wants about Mississippi Valley State because I have a play that will work for both ends of that. Because one of the most profitable bets in college basketball this year, not only just betting Prairie View against the spread, by the way, they've been 12-4 against the spread this year, has been Prairie View first half because they play teams like Mississippi Valley State. So whatever, it's probably going to be 12.5, 13, wherever the line moves.
Yeah, let's see.
I'll take it up to 15 because last time it was 14.5, they hit. Last time it was 15.5 and they hit. Give me right now, let's just call it 13.5 because there's a 25. If my math is correct, call it 13. They've been very good. They've been very great to me. If you guys have noticed on Twitter, I play them all the time. I will say I don't hate the plus 25.5 because Prairie View will take the foot off the gas because they really don't need this game. They're going to be in the tournament because they're going to win this conference, no issues. So they'll probably just take the foot off the gas. 3 minutes left, and they might just very well cover. So give me the first half. Morgan, you're going to take the minus 25?
To be determined.
Yeah.
I really very much want to go against Greg on this pick, very badly. I do like that first half pick though. I will definitely be riding that first half for sure. I might just have a special back Morgan fade Greg pick that comes out just by itself.
Oh.
I think I might start doing that every day. Is we'll just have a fade Greg moment, and I'll play one pick that's a separate pick by itself just to fade something I don't like of his.
I don't understand why you would do that. I don't understand why you would do that against the best percentage capper.
Excuse you?
I think
we're both at 51%.
I don't know.
We're both at 51%. I'm above 60% hockey, so therefore I am the number one capper.
We're talking college basketball right now.
I'm just saying we're both at 51%, and I have 300 more games than you. I don't know.
You know, it's
I don't know. You're tooting horns over there after your terrible week last week. Maybe if you played all your picks, you would actually be the best capper on the show.
That's what I'm saying. No. You know, you don't have to worry about it, Greg. The odds of me fading a pick of yours aren't great because you only going to play like 2 cards a week. So you won't have to worry about it. You won't have to worry about it too often.
That's less money coming out of your pocket every week. I have to take advantage of when I have a chance.
Oh. But all right. Anyway,
where are you going? I was going next. I already gave you one. Go ahead.
Fine.
Go ahead, Morgan.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, great. I'm going to go anyway. All right. I do like that Prairie View pick first half. So, and other than that, I'm going to go with Stanford, laying 5.5. Against Cal, they're not. Neither team is really great against the spread. Stanford's at 12-14. However, Cal straight up is 8-19. They stink. They're a crummy team, so I like Stanford in this one. I'm going to be on Utah laying 7.5 against Washington for the straight reason that Washington is 5-20 overall. They're one of the worst teams in the country by far, and I like Utah in that one. Utah is playing to try to get in. See what happens there. Marquette laying 3 to Georgetown. Last 6 games, Marquette is 5-1 against the spread. So I like them heating up right now a little bit. Both these teams aren't special. I missed the days of Georgetown actually being irrelevant. I was actually watching I don't know what the number was, but today was the anniversary of the Iverson versus Ray Allen, UConn versus Georgetown game. And I was watching that game back today. So it was nice when Georgetown was actually good and had guys like Roy Hibbert and Jeff Green out there. Now they just stink.
They had a chance.
They should have,
do with McClung.
That's exactly it. They had one guy finally, but they stuck. Xavier Butler, under 133.5. The under for Xavier is 3-0-1 after a straight-up loss. So I'm going to stick with the under in this one. There's two Big East teams are going to battle it out with each other. We're going to ride that. I like Oklahoma, 11.5. Simply put, and this is one of my favorite picks of the day. A week or two ago, Oklahoma was ranked number 7 in the country. Oklahoma had gotten into a little bit of a rough stretch playing good teams, has fallen down. Absolutely get it. Iowa State's not one of those teams. Iowa State's 2-21. Iowa State stinks. They're terrible. So I definitely love Oklahoma laying the points there. And then I'm going to have Syracuse versus NC State over 146. Syracuse is 8-1 to the over on the road this year, while NC State is 10-1 over under on a neutral court. This will be playing at a neutral court. So I love that.
Is it a neutral court, though?
It's technically a neutral court.
Where are they playing, though?
I don't know.
It's playing in Greensboro.
It's neutral. Just because it's
50, it's 20 minutes from Raleigh.
It's still neutral.
20 minutes from Raleigh, man.
Matter. It's not their home court.
That's probably where NC State practices, which is part of the reason.
Maybe they should practice a little bit more then if they go over there so much.
Well, maybe they should, because I don't think they even need to, because they're going to win this game outright.
I don't hate that. I'm already on that also. That's not a play I'm going to post, but that's a play. I have that when we talked about that earlier. But it is a neutral court nonetheless. I don't care 15 miles, 300 miles. It's still a neutral court. It's not your court. My stats back it up that they're 10-1 over on neutral courts in their last 11. So get off my back.
No, but that I don't like the neutral court thing because that can go back 4 or 5 years.
It could, but you know what? Even if I take that out of the equation, Syracuse 8-1 over.
That's what I like to hear.
There you go. I got numbers.
See, that's why we keep you around. You always got the numbers for us. You're not good with them, but you always got them.
Definitely not.
He could read numbers. He can't put them together.
USC are in the Big 12, so I know what conference teams are in.
Ooh, big roast. You have any more picks?
As I said that, you know what I just realized? We roast Greg and we roast me. We don't roast you enough.
No, because I'm very.
We really don't.
We're gonna have to rework something here.
You guys can try, but here I am being consistent. Well, I'm just consistent.
I can't argue it. You can't. Whatever. It is what it is.
I'm the glue, boys. I'm the glue.
Well, I mean, we know Greg's not the glue. He's missed like 3 out of the last 4 episodes.
Yeah. It's all right.
That's all the picks I've got for college.
Okay. Wait.
I don't know.
Spit off another one.
I just wanted to see what's going to happen there.
I don't somebody know. To roast me, but clearly it's not happening because you guys.
No, I just took the chance to go right at Greg again.
Yeah, I know. Like,
why mess
there's
with?
No getting around it.
Why fix what ain't broken?
Amen.
Like your college basketball record?
That's not true. I claimed one time that I was the best college basketball capper.
Shut your fucking mouth.
That must have been before I came on the podcast.
Games under 500.
Remember when you were saying how much you were the better NBA capper than me? Because you were catching me real fast? You're down to 47% now, buddy.
That's
I
all
haven't
she
You are
played.
said.
falling.
I haven't even
You are
played an NBA
falling
game in like
fast.
3 weeks.
Yeah, and they were probably all losers leading up to that.
Real quick before I get into my picks, I had an
Did you just
NBA.
love me?
I had an NBA lock. just
You just think, get out of here.
I had an NBA All-Star lock that I didn't know happened Saturday and not Sunday. Was Jack Harlow and Quavo.
Yeah,
Did
I
they ball
couldn't.
out?
You sent that. I couldn't find that to play it. I
Yeah.
would absolutely. That was easy money.
Quavo could have been a D1 player in two sports.
Quavo's ridiculously good.
Yeah. Quavo Brady. Quavo LeBron.
Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. He's freaking amazing.
He was a football player too.
Yeah. He was a football player mainly. He was a
He's a
quarterback.
pure athlete. Like he's a stud.
Yeah, and just rap was going to give him more money, so he went that way. Anyway, down back to the picks.
I wonder what was going to be more pain on the body, playing football or just drinking every night.
Oh, it's definitely.
Well, I can answer this one. I can
Yeah,
answer
tell
this
me,
one
Morgan.
big time because I played football and I drank every night. Drinking every night absolutely takes a toll.
Well, here's the problem. When you play football, when you're done with it, you need something to relax the pain. Therefore, you start drinking every night, and then you're in a predicament where you got to do both. And then you're down a well. Like you're Morgan essentially.
I was gonna say, I feel like you're explaining my life story to everybody listening right now.
I am. It's okay, Mr. Lady Hair. It's all good. Can I get to my picks now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know it was about an hour ago since we talked about Syracuse versus NC State, but I'll be on the +2 and the money line. Syracuse is a team that's just like their halls are just lined with bubbles, with bubble gum. Every year they're on the bubble. Every year they don't know if they're going to get in or if they're not going to get in. They're never quite great enough, just get an auto bid. But I have a funny feeling that NC State just going to wipe the floor with them. They've been hot, winning the past 5 games, coming off beating Virginia, beating Pitt twice. They needed a win this weekend against VTech, and then the morning of VTech canceled the game because of quote unquote COVID reasons. Mainly because I don't think they wanted to lose and then possibly need to win in the ACC tournament. So give me NC State. I'll also be on Oklahoma -11.5. Like Morgan said, Iowa State really, really stinks. They are 2-21. There's no reason to bet on them. For some reason, Greg said he wants to put a $1 bet on Iowa State to win the conference tournament. You can go kick rocks with that. I don't
Why don't you just send us each that $1?
Yeah.
You're
No,
in
I'll
such
just
a
lose
giving,
it. I'll just
you're in
lose
such
it.
a good giving mood of late.
Yeah, I'm already giving enough to charity lately.
I'll just lose it, so don't give it to me.
Exactly.
Like I talked about, Prairie View -13 first half. Whatever the number is, first half, take it, walk away. The next one is going to be Vanderbilt -1, -1.5. Some places right now against Texas A&M. Give me the team that's got the son of the Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen Jr. One of the best players in college basketball. One of the most underrated players in college basketball. Does not get enough recognition. Vandy's kept it close lately with a bunch of good teams. Their record, I don't think, really depicts that they're that bad of a team. They're probably close to a 500 team if they played in a different conference. If they had to play Alabama twice a year, give me that. And this one, I won't be an official play, but kind of like Greg's Duke pick. I am going Northwestern -2 because Minnesota away from home is an automatic loss. Northwestern was a team who I had personally had high hopes for. They're always a scrappy bunch, always rebound, play well in D, but they just wound up they play in one of the best, if not the best, conferences in basketball. So they wound up having a losing record on the year, but Minnesota stinks. Don't let their record fool you. They won a lot of non-con games. They really stink. Another game that I'm interested in that I have a lean on is Arizona State money line against Washington State. Washington State's a good team, but they're missing their top scorer in Bonton. I'm sorry. Bobby Hurley is one of my favorite coaches back when he was at Buffalo. Those good old days. And yes, horns up, Greggy. Psh, they're not winning the MAC. Get out of here. I lost my train of thought because I had to make fun of Greg one more time. Remy Martin's been in like a real big shooting slump lately, but I think the tournament gets him back in. Had a chance to get back to the big dance one more time. So give me that, and I do have 3 games for Thursday I want to talk about real quick, if you don't mind, because they're Thursday morning games. Michigan State versus Maryland. If Michigan State somehow is an underdog, take the money line. I told you guys a couple weeks ago I have the future in for Michigan State to win that conference at plus 3,500. So as long as they're dogs, give it to me. I won't take them if they're favorites. I don't think they will be though. And there's 2 massive games on Thursday. OK State versus West Virginia. I'm going to be on the OK State side. Obviously, I don't know the line yet. They've been very good as of late. They've covered most games lately. They're playing very well. Cunningham is back, and he's going to be trying to impress those NBA scouts. Make sure he's that #1 overall pick. And another game that me and Greg were on. Was it me and you, or was it me and Morgan? We were on opposite sides of Texas versus Texas Tech in the beginning of the year.
I think it was you
had
and
to
I.
have been. Yeah, had to have been you and Morgan.
Okay, well, it just gives me flashbacks of earlier in the year. I won't be on this game, but I will be tuning into every second of this game. It's going to be a 1 point, maybe 2 point spread again. But if you love college basketball, this is a game you need to watch. And that's all I have for you boys in college basketball, and for any other picks for any other sports, because it's all I care about right now.
Yeah, same.
I have a lot of other sports plays.
Oh boy.
Just going to throw that one out there for a second. I'm trying to find it real quick. Because we talked last week. I love Texas Tech to win the title. Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, until they got blown out by Baylor.
I think they're going to win the whole thing. Not Big 12.
Blow.
The whole thing.
What are the odds for that?
Plus 2,500.
That's not even that good.
No.
I don't care. I like them to win. That's all that matters to me right now.
I mean, just put $100 on it, and then hope they get to
Now,
the
why
Elite
would I
Eight,
do
and then sell it.
What do you think I am? Stupid? I'm not going to put $100. I'm not that confident in it. I think Baylor's going to win.
Put your money where your mouth is. You said they're going to
All
win.
right.
Yeah, pussy.
Yeah, come on.
This
Pussy.
guy.
Lady hair.
I figured out this is a complete side topic, but because the lady hair thing doesn't bother me. But I figured out something that really deeply rattles me is I was playing Quiplash with a few people a couple weeks ago, and when you put your name in and everything for it, we all put in joking names, whatever. One of the guys who was there put the team name in as Morgan, but spelled it instead of Morgan, spelled it as Morgen, and I have never been more rattled in my entire life.
Like that.
So rattled, I didn't know what I was doing. It's never happened.
Just be on the lookout for this week's episode of Ben Zackle on YouTube. Check it out, boys.
See, everything I never
It may or may
realized
not
how much
be
it bugs me. But once my name is spelled wrong, it's like, what the hell do I do now? Anyway, after that little thing, NBA is back tomorrow. I missed it. It was I loved it. All-Star game shouldn't have happened, but it was still extremely entertaining. It was great to see all that money that Team LeBron won going to charity. Team Durant, you stunk. You were trash. I was on the over. I don't think I posted it, but I was on the over for that game, and I hit that pretty easily after a while. I like the new format they did there. That was
easily.
cool.
It hit by 2 points.
I got it at 310.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got it when it first opened. Because I think it jumped up to 318 or something like that. Yeah, I had got it right when it first opened. And it looked great. I got nervous for a little while because Team Durant I think it was either the second or the third decided to only score 30 points total, where Team LeBron put up 70. So that was ridiculous. But anyway, tomorrow I have 2 plays on the totals. Wizards and Grizzlies. I like the under 238.5. Both of these teams' defense have actually been starting to round into form and play much better, whereas the Wizards' offense is the 27th ranked offense in the league. Yes, they're one of the fastest offense. However, they are also a very inefficient offense. And the Grizzlies, the under has hit in each of their last 5 games. So I very much like this. This is one where you have very streaky players like Russell Westbrook coming off a little bit of a layoff for All-Star break. You could see a lot of bricks being thrown up out there. Other one I have will be Spurs Mavericks over 221. Kind of going the other direction with this one. Fresh legs in here is going to be extremely helpful for a Spurs team that's a little bit older with DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge. Mavericks in their last 10 going into the All-Star game were averaging 119.4 points per game, which really tells me I need 102 points basically out of the Spurs. I love my chances of getting that. They're both jockeying for playoff position, so this is going to be a slugfest coming down to the wire for those two teams. So that's my NBA plays.
Can I just tell you how much I lost an ungodly amount of money during the skills competition?
Yeah,
What a sham.
On what? On what?
I
freaking dunk
going.
contest
I kept getting the winners wrong. Every time I would bet on somebody, they would just fucking lose.
Did you not bet Steph Curry?
No, I bet Steph Curry.
I
Yeah.
was going to say that was the easiest one by far. There was no way he wasn't winning that.
Yeah, and he made it a sweat too.
Yeah, I know.
He made it a sweat, dude.
Yeah. The dunk contest was a sham. Cassius Stanley got robbed.
Anthony Simons, he didn't even kiss the rim. That was like bullshit.
But the idea of him kissing the rim as a 6'1" guy is what the whole.
Wow, bro, that was sick.
I mean, Obi Toppin stunk anyway, so he didn't really do anything that special.
I didn't watch that.
The dunk contest is a joke these days. It's a shame. I used to tune in when we were younger, just for the dunk contest because it was like when Andre Iguodala and Nate Robinson were going up against each other, and all the Dwight Howard years. Like those were even the Blake Griffin ones jumping. Yeah,
Blake Griffin jumping over cars.
Those were freaking cool to watch. Like those were interesting. Now it's like, what's left to do? Everyone's done it all already at this point.
Yep. I mean, you have to go back to the Vince days. Those were the days, man.
You know what's fun to gamble on is the NHL skills competition All-Star weekend.
Yep, I'm sure there's a lot of money in that too.
Fastest skater is like watching a horse race, and you're just sitting there going, go, 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 and just going nuts. It is amazing.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Speaking
of hockey, did you see that Matt Barzal goal the other night?
It was
out
of control.
I did. That was not too shabby.
Maybe it's not too shabby.
That's
nobody on the Flyers could ever even attempt that shot.
What an underplay.
We don't score. We can't score. I mean, we put up 4 goals tonight, but which credit to Morgan, had the over in that game. Was strong on that pick because Flyers can't stop anybody either. But I do not have any NHL plays as of this moment for tomorrow. I don't know if you do. I know, Greg, you don't touch NHL anymore because you stink at it.
I'm 60%.
Excuse you?
I'm 45 and 36. So.
I think you're drunk.
You're definitely drunk.
All right, first off,
that math doesn't work out right.
I'm 45 and 36. I'm 56%.
I'm sorry. Where do you get the extra 4% from, Morgan?
What, me? What?
That's a dig on you and Greg at the same time.
I mean, come on now. I haven't touched the records in months. I don't touch the numbers anymore. I stare at them. I watch you guys do your little math in there, and I'm like, interesting. I don't do it.
That's what that equals to? 2 plus 2 is 4?
Numbers. I do not touch numbers. The only other thing that I do have a little bit of stake on already, and I don't know, it's up to you if you want to go into it tonight or if you want me to wait till Thursday. I do have 4. I do have 4 golf plays for the players this weekend.
Now, give me something. Give me something.
Greg, didn't I get you hooked on the golf stuff?
It is so amazing.
I hit DeChambeau
it's so much
the other
fun.
night.
DeChambeau, that was a great play. That was amazing.
If you tell me Maverick McNally, I'm leaving the call.
No, I don't think
that was more like a name
in
thing.
This tournament. Actually, we love Maverick McNeely on this podcast, so don't ever disrespect our boy Maverick Scott McNeely of the McNeely clan.
Oh, we share the same middle name, so he's all right in my book.
Tell him what his brother's name is.
Colt.
Yep.
Colt and Maverick.
Well, so this family, we love this family. However,
they're from the Outer Banks of Texas.
the firstborn son is named Scott. So you have Scott, Maverick, and Colt.
And the 4th one is Alamo?
The fourth one is there's a daughter. I can't remember what her name was, but her name is pretty good too. But one of those names does not fit with this family.
Yeah.
Scott.
I mean, Maverick is a phenomenal name. Colt is a great name. I think there's a third brother actually too that has a really cool name. But anyway, Players is the first major of the season. I'm excited for it. I cannot wait. I have 4 players that I'm looking at right now. These are all as to win the tournament.
Dustin Johnson.
No, not going to take Justin Johnson. Dustin's there's you just got to take the number one guy in the world. You got to get a little interesting in here.
Number one guy who won last year.
I don't think Dustin won the Players last year.
I'm pretty sure I read that.
I'm pretty certain Dustin didn't win the Players last year. Stand by. I'm looking. Let's
Continue.
Oh no, Rory did.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Greg. You're not the golf guy. I'm the golf guy.
Maverick McNeely.
I'm the UFC
Fucking
stupid. I do have Rory as a play for this at plus 1,600. He has the worst odds of any of the guys I'm going to have for today. Obviously, he did win it last year, not Dustin Johnson, like that imbecile over there decided to try to say. Rory played really well this past week up until the third round. He was the 36-hole leader. He was playing extremely well. So far this season, he's been playing very competitively. Rory always shows up for majors especially. So I love his chances to win this one. Jordan Spieth. I am one of the biggest Jordan Spieth guys in the world. He's my favorite golfer to watch. Under Armour guy. Was an Under Armour guy forever, so I will always ride with him. But he's a great technician. His ball striking is phenomenal. His iron play is great. His putting has really improved this year. He's more consistent. He has his confidence again. He's looking like the guy who was the world number one for a little while. In the past 3 weeks, in the past 3 tournaments, he's jumped 59 or he jumped from 120 something to 54th in the world rankings. So he is coming back up. I love this opportunity. He's at plus 3,000 to win the tournament. I do think he definitely has a shot at this one for sure. I also very much am interested in him as a top 10 finisher, which his number comes out at plus 350. It's not great, but I definitely think he'll at least finish top 10. One of the guys I really like this year, and as a younger guy, he's coming up in the PGA Tour, Matt Fitzpatrick. He's plus 5,000. He's thrown out some really good rounds so far this year. At the Waste Management Open, he played well. At Genesis, he played well. He kind of faltered a little bit towards the end. Didn't have a great week last week. He was one of my plays for it. But I think he could bounce back. This is a good chance for him to win his first career major. And then my long odds play, a guy I think who's getting very much not getting enough recognition, and he had one or two bad tournaments, but it really has changed the perspective on him. Sam Burns, plus 12,500 for him to win. He's another one who's extremely up and coming. He was playing great golf up until the Genesis, and then he kind of had a poor showing. He might have missed the cut on the Genesis, and then last week he didn't play great. Leading up to that, the Waste Management, he played extremely well. He's a big driver as well, so I love his chances. But that's a deep value one for sure with him. But his
odds are sitting directly next to Mavericks, by the way.
I know. I was looking at him because Maverick will be on the card 100% just because he's Maverick. I have to play him. There are probably some more guys. I very much like Billy Horschel at plus 8,000 as well. I got to do a little bit more digging into this. I'd say Spieth is my opinion is the favorite in where I would put it. I think he's going to be the favorite for this event. He would be if I'd say I'm more locked into that pick. I think Spieth is the way to go. He is due. He hasn't won since 2017, but he is very much rounding into form right now, and I think he's going to have a monster year.
All right, one question, and then
yep.
I've had enough about golf. I need a Greg guaranteed first round leader. Who do you got?
First round leader?
Hideki Matsuyama.
Get out of here, Greg.
Mark Hubbard.
Tony Finau, first round leader.
Tony
Finau's a great golfer. He has the worst luck of any golfer I've ever seen. I think I said last week and the week before, and I've said to Billy, this dude has more top 5 finishes than anybody I've ever seen without actually winning. It is astonishing. I think he'd have a good shot. Another one I think would have a good shot is Victor Hovland. He's another very strong golfer. He missed the cut last week, but I think he's in for a good showing for sure.
So he's not that strong.
Everyone misses a cut once in a while. You know how many cuts Tiger's missed in his career? Yeah, he might be the best golfer of all time.
He's busy fucking hookers. No offense, Tiger. Hope you get well soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a question as well. I didn't get to watch the majority of Sunday, but what happened? Like, was it windy or something? Because I saw like -1 or -2 was the best score for the day.
So a lot of times in the 4th round, you're not going to see as much high scoring because guys are going to be playing a little bit more conservatively. The guys who DeChambeau came, I think DeChambeau had the lead going to the 4th round, or if he didn't, he got it pretty early. You saw DeChambeau, being aggressive on those drives. I think it was the 16th hole again, straight over the lake and everything. Usually in the 4th round comes around, and it's a lot of things are more settled. You only have, out of your field of 144, after the cuts, you only have about 50 guys in the tournament. Coming into the 4th round, you really only have probably about 10 guys in a good tournament who are in contention. So you have to be very fine with what your shots are. You have to be very smart with what's going on. You can't take as many risks because take the Bryson DeChambeau going over the lake, right? That is a huge balls play. He's got the biggest balls of anybody on tour by far. There's a reason you did not see anybody else make that play. And it's not because they can't hit it that far. Justin Johnson and Rory are some of the biggest drivers on tour. You could put them right up there against Bryson, and it'd be tough to see, just say Bryson's going to win it outright. But that's just that is a tough play, especially with the conditions in it. I think there was about 8-mile-per-hour winds on Sunday, if I remember correctly. I watched the entire round. I was locked in, and you just don't want to make mistakes because at the end of the day, even if you don't win the tournament, you win. Like all these guys are winning big money. Even a guy who comes in 4th place is still going to pocket like 1.2 million. So you don't want to fall too far down. Or I know it'd be great to be a professional golfer. These dudes have the life. And it also depends on the tournament. Some of the tournaments are much more wide open. Players, you might see some higher scoring rounds. Yeah, well, there's a bunch of different factors that go into it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I love talking golf. I think we should do a golf special where we have like the Masters music leading me up into it, and I'll be like, "Hello there."
And you should just start streaming PGA when I whoop that ass.
I'm good now. You won't beat me ever again.
No. Yeah, until I get in your head.
Yeah, say Morgan with an E, and I'll be super rattled.
Like I said, just watch out for this week's episode.
You're such a dick.
This is information you don't tell the person who's got his producer on speed dial, man.
I know. I have one more thing also. I have a soccer play for tomorrow as well. PSG plus 145 against Barcelona.
Love it.
I'll be on it. I like that as well.
There is one other one I'm a lean right now. Real Madrid, Atlanta, a tie. I don't expect Real cannot score it. I love Real. I'm the biggest Real guy. That's not true. I'm sure there's a billion other ones, but Real is by far is my squad. We can't score, and Benzema is injured. We have a bunch of injuries right now. I think there's going to be a tie for sure.
I love it.
Okay, cool.
Greg, this is what I want you to do right here on the show.
Show up on time next week.
Well, but that's neither here nor there. That's discussion off air. I want you to go in to Sleeper, and I want you to join the bracket, like you said you were going to last week when I made the bracket.
All right, let me
and
do
if
that
you're
right
watching or listening to this podcast right now, I want you to get in and jump in the bracket as well. It is opened up for everybody. All you got to do is find us on at Betting Diagonal, and the link is right there as our pinned tweet.
Yep, it's right there, Greg. I want to show the people how easy it is, but I don't want you to just struggle and just ruin this whole thing for me here.
I'm in.
He's in, just like that, boys and girls.
Just
is he
like
in?
That.
He's in. He's in. Yep. It's my favorite time of the year, boys. I'm in 10 different brackets already, all paid, all ready to go. I love it. Sign up for the brackets. It's a whole lot of fun. Sleeper, I hope you did this right because you had some issues with fantasy basketball. You kind of fucking stink. That's neither here nor there. I really like you guys for fantasy football, but it seemed easy enough. It's hard to fuck up a bracket, I think. And the whole week I can talk shit to Morgan about how bad his bracket looks once I get to see it.
My bracket will 100% end up better than yours.
Oh boy, you people. Oh no, you don't know what you're messing with.
This is where the cream rises to the top. Oh, speaking of fantasy, my fantasy baseball league was reactivated today, and I'm super pumped about it. Just gonna throw that out there.
Whatever, baseball stinks.
Just wait till Greg. We're gonna have some baseball episodes coming up.
Yeah, you guys
can't wait.
We might have to do a Birth of a Degenerate baseball edition episode for you.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, I know how to bet on baseball.
Greg can host this show.
I can host that one. I can do that.
I understand how to bet on baseball. It just stinks. It's boring. I don't know how you guys sit there for 5 hours and watch a game.
You don't understand sports. You can't respect the sanctity that is baseball.
I've played baseball forever. I suck at it.
There's a reason it's America's pastime.
Is it though?
It's the best sport there ever was.
I agree. Yes.
Is
100%.
it is there more ratings for the World Series or for the Super Bowl?
I mean,
is there more ratings for?
There's more games. There's only
Okay. Is there more ratings for the NBA Finals or for baseball?
You already know the answer to that, but it takes a special type of sports fan to enjoy a baseball game.
America's pastime.
It is.
America has abandoned your pastime because the players are too greedy. That's what it is.
Because the players are too greedy. They're making the least amount of any sport in the 4 major sports groups.
That's because all you have to do is be decent 30% of the time, and then you're a Hall of Famer.
They're the only sport with no luxury. Never mind. It takes.
He's trying to get us triggered.
No, it takes a special type of sports fan to be able to sit down and enjoy and understand the art of baseball. And Billy's not one of those guys that has the intellect to sit down with me and Morgan and enjoy a game like that.
You're right. I enjoy winning money, and that's about it. That's why I had the Dodgers. There's a lot of money to be won started last year.
There's plenty of money to be made.
There's a lot of money to be won in baseball. Greg, who do you think's winning the World Series?
Who do I think's winning the World Series? If I had a top 4, I'd probably go Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, Padres.
So you maybe 4 out of the top 6 favorites.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking long shot, it all depends on if their pitching is even remotely average, but the White Sox. I
think, and obviously you got to say the Dodgers have a good shot. Mm-hmm. I think the White Sox. I have 2 teams out here. One of them is going to come out of the AL. The White Sox or the Athletics are going to come out of the AL. I think. Obviously.
Fun fact, real quick before you go into that, I also had Athletics to the World Series last year.
Athletics are very underrated. Great value. They're plus 2,500 to go to the window right now.
I just honestly, I don't see a situation where the Yankees aren't making the World Series. The AL is so weak.
I don't know. You're banking on a lot with the Yankees to go right. Injuries. What are you going to get at Tyon and Kluber? Gilly's falling asleep.
Sorry, you guys were boring me with this nonsense.
Glaber took a step back last year. What's he going to be this year? Stanton and Judge, can they actually stay healthy for once? Gary Sanchez, can he actually hit over 200? There's a lot that I think has to go right with the Yankees. One of my favorite player prop bets for the season, though, Clint Frazier over 20.5 home runs.
Yeah, it just depends on it.
He's actually going to play. He's penciled in as an opening day starter.
All right. Tell me when they sign Brett Gardner in the middle of this month that he's not going to be playing in 80 of the games.
Brett Gardner's not going to start. It's a bench. That's a clubhouse guy. Every team's got to have a clubhouse.
It's a clubhouse guy, but he's going to play.
Yeah, he might play. I mean, he's going to do much. Someone's going to have to be out there running every now and then. You're going to put freaking Stanton or Judge at DH because their bodies are fragile.
God, baseball's so boring. I don't know how you guys can just watch that all summer.
We could have an entire episode that's just Greg and I talking baseball.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are going to all summer long because I will not be here for all of those episodes.
Our episodes this summer are gonna be baseball episodes and golf episodes. I cannot wait. I'm gonna be in heaven. Maybe we might do some pro bowling in there also.
Listen, that'd be some
PBA
cool stuff.
action.
A little PBA, maybe some dart leagues.
Start talking some esports.
Listen, I'm ready. I can talk about anything except for baseball. Just bores me, man. Can't do it. I'd rather talk golf because there's actual skill involved.
Well, okay. we're really gonna go there. You said you sucked at baseball. That's because you had no skill at it.
I guess I could play first base pretty well. I could play the outfield pretty well.
But when it comes to having a bat in your hand,
fielder?
you couldn't hit a 60-mile-per-hour pitch at 13, 14 years old.
No.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested.
You know, it's like people that don't play baseball, that don't like baseball, and I'm not saying you're one of these people, they play lacrosse because they couldn't hit a baseball.
I hate lacrosse people.
So do I.
They're the worst. They're the scum of the earth.
And there's people who play baseball because they don't have a jump shot or they can't throw a football. The reason why, these quarterbacks play quarterbacks because they make money playing football and they want to be the star, not go play center field for the Rays. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to stand there and not do anything for 3 hours.
Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. That's why the Minor League Baseball Association has the most players by far than any other minor league association in any other sport.
That's because it's not like put it this way: if you need that many players in the farm system, there's something wrong with the sport. This is a topic for another day. You're gonna get me into a whole rabbit hole of why baseballs are stupid. You shouldn't have 4 separate fucking leagues for 30%. That's what I'm gonna say. You don't need 162 games. Knock that down. Knock it in half. Don't need it.
I love the 162 game system. I love it.
Yeah, let's play 9 months out of the year so we can milk everybody for the TV deal.
Yeah, let's fucking milk it. And when it comes down to where there's 2 tie breaks for game 163, that's fucking exhilarating.
Yeah, I'm sure it's exhilarating in 8th and 9th inning, but that's about it. Don't like it. Listen, bro, you've been to baseball games with me. I enjoy going to baseball games. I have fun when I'm there, but I can't.
You enjoy going to baseball games and spending $15 on a beer, and then
there's
when you don't
nothing
have
quite
beer,
like.
And I enjoy the atmosphere of being there, but watching it on TV, no shot, man.
There's nothing quite like going to a baseball game during the summer, tailgating it in the beginning,
man.
Going out there and then blacking out in the right field bleachers in the 2nd inning and waking up in the 9th.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's not a true story or anything. Just, I'm going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Actually, friend of the podcast and our little star of Birth of the Degenerate, Mr. Jared Phillip and I blacked out in the 2nd inning of a game. Didn't wake up till the 11th inning because it went to extra innings. We got mega sunburned.
Hey man, I went to the Subway Series. I used to be a big baseball fan, and I realized it's boring. I grew up. That's what it was. I grew up.
I'm
trying to get him so triggered.
Grew up. You should probably go to more games and grow up a little more.
Close this out, Morgan. I've had enough. I've had enough of baseball slander for one night.
Yeah, coming down the road, we'll have Greg and Morgan golf specials, Greg and Morgan baseball specials. It's going to be some electric content. Maybe we'll get this clown here to respect the greatest game that there is of baseball. We'll see. But this has been an awesome episode. Boys, Billy, where can I find you at? What do you got happening?
I am over at Billy FFD and also over at Gersh Greg. Follow me at Gersh Greg. Everybody follow me at Gersh Greg. I have 8 followers and need more followers.
Is that the count? Is that our update right now, Greg?
Yeah, there's
8
no
still?
update.
Yeah, there's
Hey,
no
Greg.
update there.
All right, Greg, I need you to take some of these winnings that you've been getting and go buy some followers.
Yeah.
No, I refuse.
You're going to have to do something here.
We need you to help us, boost our level here. We need some more advertisement here.
Me being here is not enough?
Now
you're
with your 8
barely here.
followers, no.
All right, we'll work on it.
We got you here for the second time in 2 weeks.
Progress.
But we can find Greg at Gersh Greg, him and his 8 followers, who half of them are here right now. We appreciate you very much. You can find me at MoWatts26. You can find all of us at Bay and Diagonal, where we'll be posting our picks every single day. You will have more great content coming as well, especially with March Madness coming out. Like we said earlier, the bracket is up on Sleeper. Go ahead and join in there. It is a great, fun time. You can see which one of us ends up being the best at the end of the day. I'm sure we'll be talking about it every episode. All of us, well, not Greg. Craig, I was going to say, maybe Greg will eventually say it's him. He's not paying attention. Greg's clocked out. But, Billy and I will go back and forth, I'm sure. Greg goes and disappears, goes and jumps in like caves in Peru or something and no phone service whatsoever. Who knows where the heck he's at. But you can take a look at the bracket. That's going to be a good time. You can also take a look at our special series, Birth of a Degenerate. Last week's episode is out. Jared was given a test. How did he do? I don't know. You're going to have to take a look and find out, see if he actually pays attention and learns something. I will say this. He finally did watch Uncut Gems, and it was one of the funniest things ever. I remember telling Billy all of his reactions about how he was saying, this is the fucking greatest thing. I want to be a fucking degenerate. I love this lifestyle. It's one of the. We should have just done a live episode of him watching the movie. But like I said, you can follow us at Penny Diagonal. Check us out, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you can stream. You can find us. And until next time, happy gambling, guys.